Hi, I'm Judy Parks with ChocolateBakery.com. I'm going to show you how to make a really easy, really great chocolate cake. This recipe makes two 9-inch cake layers. So you'll need two 9-inch by 2-inch deep cake pans. Spray the sides and then line the bottoms with parchment paper. If you don't have two 9-inch cake pans, you can use a 13-inch by 9-inch rectangular pan to make a one-layer cake. You will also need a sifter or a sieve, a rubber spatula, and a mixing bowl. You can easily mix this recipe by hand, but today I'm going to be using an electric mixer. You'll also need one dry measure cup. Your dry ingredients include 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of cocoa, 1/2 teaspoon salt, and 2 teaspoons baking soda. You'll need a fork or a whisk to blend your liquid ingredients. The liquids include 2 eggs, 2/3 of a cup of vegetable oil, 3/4 of a cup of coffee, 1 cup of buttermilk, and 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. Combine all of the dry ingredients and then sift them together into the mixer bowl. Sifting serves 2 purposes. One, we want to eliminate lumps that might be in your dry ingredients. And also, we want to disperse the cocoa, little grains of cocoa, among the flour and sugar particles to protect the cocoa. If you've ever mixed cocoa with a liquid ingredient, you'll notice that it tends to lump. So if we can hide the cocoa among the sugar and the flour particles, this mix will blend in much better when we add the liquid ingredients. As you can see, we have lumps of cocoa in the sieve. You want to press those through. Use either your spatula or the bottom of the measure cup. After sifting together the dry ingredients, we're going to combine all of our liquid ingredients together. You'll want to break up the eggs with a fork and then add all of your other liquids to your egg and mix it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be completely thoroughly mixed, but you do want to distribute those eggs among the other liquid ingredients. With your mixer running on low, add about 3/4 of your total liquid into the mixer. Your batter will be somewhat thick, almost like a brownie batter. Let your ingredients blend together and then stop your mixer and give everything a really good scrape. When you scrape, it's important to really scrape that bottom. Scrape all the batter out of the paddle. Look for lumps. Scrape your sides real well. And then we'll turn the mixer back on low again and add our remaining liquid ingredients. After blending about 20 or 30 seconds, we're going to stop, give it one really good last scrape. Look for any lumping, any thick batter that's not blended in. And if we find anything like that, then we will mix another 5, 10, 15 seconds to get everything smoothed out. And as you can see, this is a very thin batter. It will pour right into your cake pans. There will be no need to spread your batter. I'm going to pour about half of this batter into each pan. And then into the oven, 350 degrees, for approximately 30 minutes. As a reminder, the cakes are going into a preheated oven, 350 degrees, for approximately 30 minutes. It's been almost 30 minutes, so we're going to check our cakes. Bear in mind that baking times on recipes are merely a guide. There are 3 things to look for to see if your cake is done. One is the toothpick test. Insert a toothpick in the center of your cake. It should come out dry. If there is still batter showing on the toothpick, it's not ready. Second test is springiness test. Gently touch the center of your cake. If it springs back, it's done. And the final test is if your cake begins to pull away from the sides of the pan, that's another indication that it has completely baked. So we're going to allow these cakes to cool now for about 15 minutes before unmolding them. After your cakes have cooled about 15 minutes, they'll be ready to unmold. You'll know they're ready because your pans are cool enough to hold them. You'll want to cut around the sides of the cake with a spatula, or if you don't have a spatula, a butter knife will work. We want to completely release the cakes. And then we're going to flip onto a cooling rack. And with any luck, the cake will come out. And then we will flip back onto another cooling rack so that the cake is resting on its bottom on its paper. Don't remove the paper yet. So there it is, a really easy, really delicious chocolate cake. You can eat it as is, or if you want to build a layer cake, you can fill it and ice it with things such as whipped cream, ganache, buttercream, peanut butter frosting. Just use your imagination. In our next video, we'll show you how to fill and frost and build a layer cake. Thanks for watching.